Okay, I just had a moment where I was like, oh, it really is going to be so slow for us tonight. Okay, welcome everybody. Happy Monday. I am so honored that y'all are here for our Meet Plexus, both the products and the opportunity. We're going to take a couple of minutes tonight and just chat through all that we have to offer here with Plexus. Because if you're anything like me, when I first got started, I just was seeing people, and this was 10 years ago. I was seeing people post about it on the internet. I was highly skeptical of the posts that I saw on social media, and I needed to dig in and do a little bit of research. And that's why I love bringing this y'all tonight, because it's stuff that we've compiled over the last 10 years. Some of the most common questions that we get, because we know that time is really valuable and really busy, and we want you to make an informed decision on your health, your goals, and showing you why so many people are starting the Plexus products, and why you see so many posts, and why the person that reached out to you to invite you to this tonight wanted you to be here, because they know that these products work at the core. So before we go too much into this, I just want to introduce myself to you guys, because this is something that has absolutely changed my world. I started as a huge skeptic in this, and did not think that this was something that I would ever do. I was never going to take the products. I was certainly never going to share the products. I actually told somebody to stop messaging me about it when I first started, because I was that skeptical. We had been through the ringer with our health. I had been diagnosed with 4 different autoimmune disorders in the same 3 year time span that I had all 3 of my kiddos. I had walked away from my teaching job. I was a 6th grade math teacher, and we live on a dairy farm in central Pennsylvania. And so, if you know anything about farming, it is a lot of hard work. It is not a lucrative income. And my husband was working really long hours. We had 3 kids under 5 when I started seeing a lot of posts about Plexus, and had a friend reach out to me. And when I say that I was skeptical, I was really skeptical. I had started an online vinyl business in my house, just selling vinyl decals on Etsy. After the kids would go to bed, or when they were in nap time, I would take every spare second that I had to cut a few vinyl decals and then mail them out to people, just so that we could make a little bit of extra money. And I had a friend that came and ordered one of the vinyl decals off of me. And when she came over, she said, hey, I see you posting sometimes about your daughter's allergies and your autoimmune disorders, and I really think that you should give Plexus a try. And y'all, my eyes could not roll back further in my head. But it was something that I just felt like, if she was ordering something off of me, that I could return the favor and do the same. And I quit the first time. I ordered once. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know why I was doing it, but it intrigued me. And I started doing a lot of research into the products and into the ingredients, because I really wanted this for those 3 kiddos that you see there. We were constantly sick in our house. We were constantly postponing play dates and not being able to do things, because I didn't want my kids to pass germs on to every person that they met. And so I ended up coming back, because every single thing that I knew that we needed for my autoimmune, for my daughter's allergies and her anaphylactic allergies, and my other 2 kids just being sick quite often, that I knew that we needed the ingredients that Plexus had. And so I restarted the products, and it did not take long of me being consistent to realize that everything changed for us. And so I love being able to build specialized plans for people. It is something that we pride ourselves on this in this team. We have thousands of people on our team now, and it started from a couple of simple shares to people that I knew needed this. And when I started getting the messages back, I knew that we had something special. When people were messaging back saying, I feel good, I've got energy to be present again, my joints aren't hurting anymore, my kids haven't been sick, it was something. We're a natural sharing society. And we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight too, because I was one of those people that when you talked about network marketing, I just didn't understand it. I didn't understand why you would want this over something that was on a store shelf. And now it's something that I am so, so passionate about, because it not only has changed our world and changed our health, it has changed our finances and our freedom as well. And I know that there are so many people that want the extra option, and want the extra option to be able to have that freedom. And so we're going to chat through that a little bit tonight. if you are here and you are brand new to this, maybe you have heard a little bit about it, or thankfully you have a friend that reached out to you about this and you're brand new to this, meaning that you haven't ordered, will you just drop a 1 in the chat? We want to make sure that we get you entered because we are doing that $100 giveaway tonight. And if you are somebody that is here that is already loving the products, would you just drop what this has done for your family? And I know that that is a really loaded question sometimes when I'm like, drop your favorite product, and people are like, I can't do it because there's so many incredible things. But if you could just sum it up in a couple of statements or sentences for people so that they could see what this has done for so many of us. So we're going to go through a little bit about the company and why this is something that we share from the rooftops and why Plexus is what it is. We have an A+ with a BBB. That is not easy to do. The Better Business Bureau has some pretty hard regulatory standards that they go through as far as making sure that our customers are satisfied, our return policy is there, and that we meet people where they're at every single step of the way. We have been around for 17 years. And again, in the network marketing space, that is a huge deal. We are on our way also to being $1 billion company, which is also a huge deal. And so when we say that we own the microbiome and the gut health space, we were talking about gut health and microbiome and probiotics way before probiotics were a cool thing. And so we love being known as the OG gut health company because we have been talking about it for almost 2 decades. We actually began as a breast health company. We had a breast health check kit, which we actually still do have. And from there, we morphed over into Slim, our pink drink, because we knew that there was a correlation between breast cancer in women and our glucose metabolism. The reason that Slim got its name 17 years ago is because when they were doing the trials for this for diabetics and pre-diabetics and just everybody in general, they realized that as A1C levels dropped and glucose metabolism balanced, that people started losing weight. And if you can think back, I am 41. And so 17 years ago, and still now, even too, there was a huge weight loss craze. And so they did not know what we had way back then. And Slim has kind of been coined now. It's our flagship product. The name is never going to change. My 12-year-old son actually loves to drink Slim. And so when we tell you that Slim is so much more, we're going to talk about this in just a little bit, it's because we have a base of what that is for glucose metabolism, and we love calling it our pink drink. We're based out of Scottsdale, Arizona. We are a debt-free company. Why is this important to y'all joining Plexus or ordering from Plexus? It's because we can really put customers and ambassadors at the forefront of every single thing we do. We are not controlled by people sitting in a boardroom that don't know and love the products. The original 2 founders and CEO, president of our company, Alec and Tarl, I've met them personally. They're absolutely incredible. If y'all are on here and you've had the privilege of meeting them, you can echo this in the chat. They know us by name. They know our kids. They know where we live. They genuinely care. I mean, we've been out to dinner as a team before and they've picked up our bill because they walked into the restaurant when we're at conventions. And so being privately owned and run by people that genuinely care about us is a really big deal. All of our products are made here in the USA, which to me is really important. We have a highly acclaimed medical advisory board, meaning that we have scientists and doctors that do research. We send our products for third-party clinical trials, which is also really important. Products on a store shelf do not have to do that. And I can dive into that even more with anybody if y'all want me to. Top of the INC fastest 5,000 growing companies. And we spend millions a year on philanthropy, which is also really important to me. Giving back across the board is something that we have at the heart of our company. We have a lot of different lines. And so if you have ever asked somebody like, hey, can you just share your link with me? And they're like, well, no, I'm not going to just share the link with you. This is why. We have a gut health line. We have general wellness. We have an immune health line. We've got weight management. We've got skin health because the skin microbiome is huge. We've got kids products. Everything is all natural, plant-based, non-GMO, gluten-free, and vegan options are available as well. And that's really important to me as an allergy family and as somebody that personally has celiac disease. That's something that I want to make sure that I know what's going in my body. But again, we love personalizing this for you. And so we're going to go through a couple of products on the next couple of slides and just do an overall base run through of what we have. But please know that we are not a team or a company that feels like you need every single thing to thrive with this company. We have a couple of base products that we start people with, and then we can kind of customize things to you. But we are not, again, a company and a team that when you're going through this, you're going to feel like, ooh, but I want that. Ooh, but I might want that. Ooh, but I might want that. That's why we like to work with you personally and make sure that we get you where you really want to be at the health and core healing for what your goals are. So if you can relate to anything that is on this chart, go ahead and drop a 2 in the chat. And if you've overcome any of the things that are on this chart, will you go ahead and name them if you didn't already at the beginning? This was something for me at first that actually made me a little bit skeptical of plexus, because I thought there's no way that I'm seeing the same products that are helping people with eczema that are also helping them with bloating and allergies and helping them sleep better and lose weight. And for me, I was really interested with my autoimmune conditions, but it is because so many things, and again, where I said this, that Slim is so much more than weight loss, it links back to your glucose metabolism and to your gut health. And so Slim has an incredible impact on your health benefits. And that in turn goes in and supports your weight management, your blood sugar balance, and regulation, and so much more, your hormones, your cravings. And so we actually have 2 different kinds of pink drink. We have a microbiome that goes more for a prebiotic fiber that supports gut health in addition to those things above. And then we have a hunger control, which is more of like an appetite control. And they come in different flavors. We'll go through that with you as well so that we make sure that we match you exactly where you want to be and what type you want. Slim is something that I look forward to my Slim every single day. If that's you, go ahead and drop that in the chat. I love looking forward and having a craving for something that's healthy other than marshmallows or chocolate, because they were my go-to over and over again. Okay, so Slim, we've talked a little bit about probiotics and magnesium, so super important. Those 3 products, the Slim on the left and the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse on the right, go to make up our triplex package. That is an absolutely amazing place to start. That's where I started with just those 3 because it promotes that good health. It helps your good gut health. It helps with digestion. For those of you, and I know that this sounds a little crazy, but some of us that struggle with going too much, while some people struggle with going not enough, it actually helps to balance you out. And then there's the balance that's in the middle. A lot of people are loving that right now. It's kind of like Slim in a capsule for later on, but it's actually going to block carbs and sugars. It doesn't have all of the properties of Slim, but if you are somebody that's really going for that extra weight loss, or you have a lot of extra cravings, that's a really good add-on for you as well. If you have watched any of our stories, you've probably seen our posts. You've probably seen us posting about more than just the Slim. If you are somebody that's like me, my kids are 12, 13, and 15 now, and we are a really busy sports family. I call my Active, which is our clean energy drink, I call that my mom fuel. That gets me through long nights at the soccer field or driving back and forth to practices. I start every single day with hydrate. It helps to replenish the electrolytes that you lose. Think of that as like your natural Gatorade. My kids love keeping that in their bags for sports because they can just dump it in a water bottle and mix it up and have a healthy option other than Gatorade that's filled with synthetics and sugars and different kind of food dyes that we should not be having. And then all the rage right now is Restore. It is a newer product that we have, and it is all about liver detox because your liver processes through so much of what goes into our body, and it stores toxins. And so that liver detox and being able to have cellular renewal is really, really important. And so a lot of times you might even have seen like the GLP-1 posts that are going around right now. Restore is part of that because it's really helping people with that extra digestive support and curbing hunger and creating that naturally for us without all of the extra toxins. You can screenshot this if you'd like. But again, this is really what we love working personally with you for. Where you're going to start with most likely is the Slim Pro Bio and Bio Cleanse. And then if you have extra goals that you want to attain, we'll work with you to add on something that's extra. Please don't feel like that is something that you have to do again, but this is what you get from us where you don't get from other companies, or if you're going into Walgreens or Walmart or any place else. I don't know about y'all, but anytime I order something from Amazon, nobody's calling me up like, hey, did you take your products? Did you get added to our accountability group? How are you doing? How are you feeling? And that's something that we really, really pride ourselves on here. We do have something that's called a 3-day reset. Those of you that have done a 3-day reset, can you just drop in the chat what this has done for you? This is 68 grams of protein that you get every single day, and everything that you need is within that box. So on the screen, you can see it says day 1, day 2, day 3. It's a nutritionally supported fast. Everything that you need is within each of those days. There's soups, there's a protein bar, each of the drinks that we actually just talked about. So your Slim, your Hydrate, your Restore, and your Mom Fuel, your Active, or your Dad Fuel is within those boxes. And it gives your body a really good metabolic and cellular reset. So if you are somebody that is feeling like, man, I don't know where to start. I've got all of these things that I've got going on. I wish I could just kind of like hit that reset button. That's exactly what this is. And it's 50% off with the triplex package. And so I know a lot of people are doing them right before the holidays. And then there are some people that are ordering it and waiting to do it right after Thanksgiving so that you can reset going into Christmas. And so this slide is just a couple of quick before and afters with people that have done resets. And Cassie in the middle is actually a good friend. She did multiple resets. You will never hear me say that Plexus is a quick fix, or I want you to think that you go from the left picture to the right picture in 3 days, because anybody that is offering you that is not a reality check, right? And so there's no gatekeeping here. We're always very honest with you about results and what to expect. And I always tell people that true healing takes time, right? I didn't start this until I was in my 30s. And I, at that point, had already had 3 decades of buildup and things that were going on with me that I needed to heal from. Because sadly, even as kids, we are bombarded with toxins. And so if that is something that you're interested in, please, please, please reach out afterwards to the person that has helped you, that has invited you here and is ready to help you. This is something that is a little bit newer for us too. We've had this skin, it's been developed over the last 2 or 3 years, but we just had this launch over the summer at our company convention, a whole skin health system for our microbiome. Me having teen girls, I hear about skincare all the time. And when teen girls are excited about it and I'm excited about letting them use it, then it's something that we know is a win on both sides, because it's not only good for your skin microbiome, but Plexus actually adheres to the EU, to the European Union standards. The United States, I don't know if y'all know this, but there's over 1,400 ingredients that the EU bans from their products. The last time I checked, and this could have changed now, the United States only had 7 that they banned from their products. And so what that means is there's tons of toxins in our products, and they can be sitting on a store shelf and it could have a stamp of approval. And to me, that says a lot. Okay, I'm going to run through these next couple of parts. Right now, we have 15% off, and it unlocks free shipping for the next 2 or 3 months. You also get 25% off retail pricing as a VIP member. Oh, and I'm so sorry I didn't change that. Not October incentives, it's November. So you're going to get that 15% off, and then the next two. And so your next step is to choose your wellness bundle. Know that whoever invited you here did it out of the goodness of your heart. One of the things that I love the most about Plexus is we don't have to do this. I don't have to do a call on a Monday night. We don't have to share because we don't have minimums. We don't have quotas that we have to meet every single month. And so if you have somebody that invited you here, it's because they genuinely see you, care about you, and want the best for you. And maybe you've reached out to them and you just haven't taken the next step. And that's why we hope that you never feel any pressure in this. It's because you are always at the forefront. I'm going to take just a couple of minutes and talk to you about Plexus on the other side of this. Whether this is something that you ever decide to do or not, that is completely up to you. Again, there is never any pressure here to share. In fact, again, I told people that I would never, ever do this. And had I decided to never do it, that would have been okay. But I do think that it is really important for people to truly understand what the heart of network marketing is, because I think it gets a really bad rap from people that do this the wrong way. And so whether, again, you decide, maybe you see this and you're like, oh, well, I share restaurants and clothing and coupons, and why wouldn't I share things that are changing people's lives? And however you do that in whatever capacity that's in, that's completely up to you. But again, we want you to know what our heart is here at Plexus, and also that this opportunity is out there for every single person, and the simplicity of it, because 44 million Americans right now have a quote unquote side hustle. And 76% of them, and if you're one of those 76% in the chat, you can drop that. I promise it won't go anywhere else. But people love their side hustle more than their actual job. And if you're here and you're already loving Plexus and loving this community, maybe just drop in the chat what the community has done for you. Because I know for me, they're the people that are checking in. My kids had tryouts yesterday for club soccer, and they're the ones that are asking me how it was going and lifting me up. We started a new 2-week group today, with different kind of goals that we have for getting steps in and water in. And I added in an element of cleaning different spaces in my house. And so they're the ones that are cheering me on. I've met some of my absolute best friends because of this industry. And so that's what we want you to know here, is that it's so much more than the post that you see from somebody posting a picture of their pink drink. And it's exactly this. We used it. We are sharing it. We love it. And we love teaching y'all how to do the same thing. We have over 30 different products. And sometimes I think people can think, and I know that I thought this, well, I could never do what they do because I don't want to post. Great. You don't have to post. Well, I could never do what they do because I don't want to know everything there is to know about all of the products. Great. I don't either. We have videos. We have all of the things for you. And I'm going to go through that in just a couple of slides. But why network marketing is projected to reach $329 billion by the end of this year is because we all do this every single day, right? How many times have you posted something that you found at Target, or the pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts? And it's great, right? Because we're a sharing society, but there has been a stigma attached to network marketing because, again, not everybody has done it the right way. And we really want to set the bar high here because that's what Plexus does, and that's what this team does. And so what makes this different is that we have unique products and we have consumable products. And so there is never any hate to any other network marketing companies. I love that there are multiple different passions for people. If you have a passion for people and you have a passion for feeling better, that's exactly what Plexus is. And we have something that people need every single month, right? That truly transforms lives. And that's why you'll see so many people posting about this just naturally, because when we show up for other people, that's legacy building, and it changes so many things for people when we can do more in our day. And so we have lots of pages. If you're not a part of them yet, a health and happiness lounge that's got lots of testimonials that you can read through, and it's it's beyond words amazing to see how many thousands of people have been changed by this. So just like this call on Monday nights, we do this every single Monday night now through the end of 2025. You can always invite people here because we want to do the legwork for you and help people see what this is about. We have VIP and brand ambassador pages, kind of like our underground network on social media and Facebook with lots and lots of tips and tricks and accountability because we want people to feel part of something more. I don't know about y'all, but I love being a mom. It is absolutely everything to me. I also love being part of a group of women that build each other up. It fills me in a way that I needed because before I was a mom, I was still a me, right? And I think that a lot of times, the older we get, sometimes we fall away from that. And it's not a bad thing. Life is really busy, but it's also really important to be able to come back to that and have people cheering you on. And again, we have these weekly calls, and every single Sunday night, we do a new VIP call. So once you do order, we're going to walk you through what your account holds and all of the different benefits that you can get from that as well. Okay. We get paid right now, and I know that this is going to blow your mind, but up to 23 times a month. We have next day pay. And so if you share with somebody tonight, well, it's after 5 p.m. So if you share with somebody tonight or tomorrow, you're going to end up getting paid on Wednesday. And I'm going to talk quickly through the rest of this because we just want to highlight it. And I also want to be really respectful of your time. But the ways that Plexus has designed this is exactly why we don't feel any pressure. We get to invite you in to be able to use the products to see what you love. And if you think of people that might want to do this with you, you can invite them too. If you want to be somebody that earns 6 figures a year or 5 figures a month, you get to have that opportunity too. There is no cap here. Absolutely. And there's no base minimum either. And so that allows us to do what we get to do naturally. And so what I want you to do tonight is just think a little bit about if you in this month 3 people sharing with them is $460 back for a new VIP coming into this. I know going into Christmas and with all of the holiday season and with the way the economy is, we have several people on our team this right now currently with the government shutdown that were elated to be able to have something with a passive income from their phone and still get paid today. It is absolutely life-changing. And so if you look at any of those amounts on that screen and it's something that would impact your life, either day to day, month to month, year to year, or generationally, I would really encourage you to just message the person that invited you here and say, hey, I think that this is something that I might want to do right now. I just want to get started with the products, but maybe in the future I'll share, or maybe I just want to get started with the products and I want to bring a couple of accountability partners in and make $460 back in the next couple of weeks for Christmas. However this looks for you is completely okay. We are here to support you every single step. So next step, go ahead, message the person that added you here tonight. I'm going to skip through these last couple of things. Message the person that added you here tonight. Go ahead and one more time for anybody that dropped in afterwards, maybe if you are brand new here, Mina is putting everybody's names in a spinner wheel so we can do the $100 cash drawing. If you are brand new here and you have never ordered before, will you just go ahead and make sure that you've dropped a 1 in the comments so that she can come off in just a couple of minutes, seconds rather, and make sure that we get you entered into that. And while she does those last ones so she can drop the winner in the chat, I just want to thank you for coming and being open-minded and having the person that invited you here care enough about you, reach out to you, see the best in you, and want you to have more in your days is something that's absolutely incredible. And we know that you have options. And so we always want to be an open book here. We want to make sure that you feel accepted and heard and seen. And so message them tonight before you go to bed and just say, hey, this is what I could relate to on that call. This is what I'm thinking for the products, or these are what I'm going through every single day. And this is how I want to feel better, whether it's migraines or gut health, or just being able to feel better in your skin going into the holidays. What I would urge you to do is to just think, what if? What if today is my day one? What if I don't keep waiting until the next Monday, until the next holiday, until the next free time? Because I can tell you that time is going to pass, right? And there's always going to be a next thing, but you're worth $3 a day spent on your health and feeding and fueling the health rather than the sickness. So thank you so much for coming, everybody. I'm honored to have been able to be on here with y'all tonight. And Mina, do you have the winner?
All right, give me 1 second. Let me spin. Let's see who it is. Laura, Lora. I hope I'm saying it right.
Awesome. So exciting. Okay. Message me, private message me afterwards, message the person that invited you. They'll put you in a three-way chat so I can get that Venmoed or PayPal or however that's going to work for you over to you. I hope y'all have a great night. Thanks for tuning in with us.